identifying your leadership styles. Every one of us seated here this morning, we have our various ways we behave. Even though we are believers, even though some of us are still within 13, 14, we have different way we behave. The way she behaves is not the way she behaves. But everybody must identify his or her uniqueness. What makes you Mary? You must identify it. What makes you Vivian? You must identify it. Once you leave that point and begin to live like Mary, you have lost the essence of living. You have lost the essence. What makes you Vivian? You must identify it. And that's what we're going to look at in the next 40 or 45 minutes as the Lord will help us. Hallelujah. And the first thing I would like us to look at this morning is on the next slide, is that what you have not become within, you cannot become without. What you have not become within you, you cannot become without. It means that your leadership lifestyle begins from your inside. It begins from inside of you. If there is no picture inside of you telling you that you're a leader, you cannot lead anything. So it means that leadership begins from within. Just as the adage says that charity begins at where? At home. So leadership begins from within. You must first lead yourself from within before you can start leading people on outside. There are some of you who are going to become leaders of various kind of businesses. Some of you are going to have multiple offices. We're going to have shops. We're going to have outlets. We're going to have about 30, 20 people working under you. But the first thing you must get right, lead yourself from within. You must be able to create a mental picture of yourself leading people. And not just any kind of people. Because you were created to lead other people to success. That's what we began with this understanding at the first series of this teaching. That leadership is about what? Influence. Influencing people to create things. Influencing people to bring forth results. So when we say leadership, we are not talking about title. We're not talking about offices. We are not talking about position. We're talking about your ability to influence people, to bring meaningful results. So if you cannot lead yourself from within, then you cannot lead anybody. God has not called us to lead animals. He called us to lead other people. That was why he told Peter, he said, stop fishing. Come now, I will teach you how to fish men. So we are called to lead people. We're going to be leading people. Some of you go into entertainment, you will lead people. Some of you are going to politics, you will lead people. Some of you are going to the business space, you will lead people. There are people that will be looking up to you. But the first thing you need to get right now is that, can you lead yourself? There are some of you right now, it's still difficult for you to still comport yourself. Still do things on your own until you are being guided. Then you need to quickly grow. You need to quickly grow yourself so that the things that God is committing to your hands will not fall off. It's my prayer this morning that as God is moving things these last days, you won't fall off in the name of Jesus. Move to the next slide, please. The question this morning is that, who am I? Ask yourself that question. Who am I? Do you have a picture of who you are? Who am I is not just a question that should just remain in your heart. You must be able to answer the question to yourself. If somebody asks you right now, who are you? You will not say, I'm a female. Oh no, that's your gender. You will not say, I'm from Ondo. That is your state of origin. Who are you? What actually describes you? What makes you you? And how to describe yourself is on the next slide. I call it the 6 metrics of discovery. If you can fully get yourself attached with this understanding, you'll be able to answer this question anywhere anybody asks you. And the first one is passion. What are you passionate about? If you can identify your passion, you can answer the question of who you are. You're not writing. You cannot write. You don't have a pen. Better go and look for one. Your head cannot assimilate everything at once. Because there are some of us that what drives you is food. That's wrong drive. There are some people, it is sleep that drives them. That's wrong drive. What actually drives you? If you can identify this, you are quickly going. Number 2 is your likes? What are the things you love? What are the things that really interest you? What are your favorites? Your favorite sometimes should include your colors, your favorite food, the place you like to visit. These are things you like. There are some of you, you just like things being done well. You feel good when things are done well. It's already building something inside of you. And the third one is your dislikes. There are things that annoys you when you see them being done. You just get angry. Just for example, me, I don't like things done anyhow. I'll be angry. Especially if I have prepared for that thing. And I put people in charge of things to be done and they not do it anyhow. I will be very angry. So it helps me to know the kind of person I am. So each person must be able to identify these metrics. It will not be difficult for you to come into your space, because when they put you into another space, they know I don't belong here. This is where I belong. The fourth one is your emotions. You must know your emotions. You must be able to also curb your emotion. Some of us, your emotions are really high. You can get angry so well that from morning till night nobody can stop you. You must also know that some of you, your emotions can also stream to the line of joy, happiness. So identify what quickly stirs you up. Some persons just tell them you're looking beautiful. They will be happy for the rest of the day. It means that you need to be around people who appreciate you. You need to be around that kind of people, because if such kind of words is what gives you joy, makes you feel good about yourself, look for people that quickly appreciate what you have and stay close to them. It's going to move you very fast into the fulfillment of your destiny. And the fifth one is weakness. What are the things you are weak at? It's not something to be ashamed of. I have my weakness. Everybody has their own weakness. So as a leader, you must know the things you're weak at. Your own may be ability not to pronounce words. Your own may be ability not to match colors. There's some ladies, they don't know how to match color. If they wear red, blue, and green like this, you think they're masquerade. Yes, it may be your weakness. It might be the reason why that man is not approaching you. It might be the reason why certain things are not working. Identify the things you're weak on and quickly look for how to build it. And the last one is your temperament. I asked us last week that we should go and check for our temperament traits. How many of you have found your own temperament traits? Let me see your hand up. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 persons in this audience. So the rest of you don't know your temperament traits. The Lord is watching you. So you must know your personality traits that determines how you react to the world. When you know these 6 metrics, it will be easy for you to identify the earlier question of who you are. The next slide, please. And don't just sleep on this. Let me bring it to your very quick notice. These are the temperament traits that everyone must be able to identify. For those of us that have not found any, don't be distracted. There are just 4 of them mainly. Number 1, we have the sanguine. Somebody says sanguine. It's on the screen. It says sanguine. Sanguines are people with personality type that tend to be lovely. They are optimistic, they are buoyant, they are carefree, they love adventure, and they have high risk tolerance. This kind of people, they love fun, they love pleasure. If they collect their salary like this, they spend almost 70% of that money on leisure. They just want to have fun. That's one type of a leader. If you're that kind of person, that doesn't mean you are bad, but you need to build up something. Number 2, we have the phlegmatic. Somebody say phlegmatic. These are people who tends to avoid conflict and always try to mediate between others to restore peace. These are people who love order. They don't want problems. They always want things to go the right way. When they see people are fighting, they say, stop, can't we just calm down? But the other people, when two people are fighting, they say, yeah, fight on. Have you seen people like that before? Oh yeah, draw the line, yeah, fight. No, this kind of person, they love peace. They are the one that will quickly tell you sorry when there's any offense. They don't want anything that troubles them. The third kind of person is the choleric. This is the most strong of all the temperament. The choleric beings are very savvy, analytic, and logical. They're extremely practical and straightforward. They aren't necessarily good companions or particularly friendly. These kind of people, you find them, they are mostly found in the leadership space. Anyone that you are seeing leading any kind of space with massive result, they are mostly, not dominantly, get the word right, mostly choleric beings. And the last one is the melancholic. They are being extremely thorough and accurate. They are fantastic managers and they are good personalities. So you should be able to understand this kind of trait that you carry. Let's go to the next slide. When you know the kind of trait you carry, it helps you to know things better. These are the other things that talks about these temperament traits. So you can find them, just check online, then you'll see more of them. But most important is that when you know the kind of person you are, it helps you to move in the direction that is just on the way to your life. You should know if you are an introvert or you are an extrovert. An introvert is someone who does not really like to talk. They are reserved. Such kind of person, they have the blend of being sanguine and a blend of phlegmatic and melancholic part. It's possible for someone to have the three part of this. Somebody can have a part of sanguine, melancholic, and phlegmatic. And sometimes some persons have a bit of choleric. But understand your own temperament traits and work with it. Next slide, please. So when you know all this, make things very easy for you. Then moving forward to that, you must understand the autonomy of a good leader. Anatomy of a good leader. Because these 6 things, they are the things that is moving us forward as leaders. And these things should also be evident in your life. It should be evident in your life as a leader. When I'm referring to you as a leader, because I'm seeing some of us in 1 year from now, you'll be coming up with great creative ideas. And that's why I'm taking my time to put all of this information inside of you, so that you will be able to place yourself. The first one is that a good leader, they are easily motivated. They are self-motivated. They don't usually look for people who will stir them up. Oh, I need encouragement. No. Leader who is going far, they are self-motivated. The second one is that they are visionary. They are just people who carry vision. They are vision-driven. People who can project 5, 6, 7 years ahead. They can tell you what will happen in 10 years. They can help you to drive your life. The third one is that they are transparent. These people, they are true to themselves and they are true to others. They will tell you the way things are. They don't know how to hide feelings. If you are not good, they tell you you are not good. If they tell you you are good, they tell you you are good. So as a leader, be a transparent person. Another one is that they are charismatic in nature. They possess this charming aura that attracts. When you come around them, you just want to be around them. That's a leader. So you must be that kind of leader that people just want to come around. Not because you have money, but because you have something that they can draw from. Another one is that they're organized. They are not scattered everywhere. You see them. No. And that's what I'm training some of our leaders, especially the male. When you come to church, put on tie. It portrays something. It shows that you're organized. Dress well. It informs something about you. Not necessarily that you are trying to dress up so that you can attract a sister. No. But you are building something inside of you. It helps you to look coordinated and organized. So that when you get to where you are going to, you will not be a misfit. You will just rightly appear and you'll be fit for that position. And the last one is that they are proactive. This is very important. Leaders, good ones, they are proactive. That is, they have ability to take immediate action. Go to the next slide. They don't wait for something to happen. They are the one who makes things to happen. Who is a proactive leader? You go to church, discover that the whole chair is disarray and the service is starting in the next 15 minutes. As a leader, you don't wait at the usher's job. You go and arrange it as a leader. Oh, you're a choir member, discover that, oh, the sound is not set up and service starts in 10 minutes. You don't wait till the sound man comes in, go there, check, put the battery in it. That is how to be proactive. Going forward to create something before anybody else comes in. And this will give you a hedge among others. Are you following me this morning? And that's what I want to say to you this morning. Don't settle for what people say you are. Do what? Go for who you are. People will tell you you're talkative. Ask yourself, are you truly a talkative? Someone will say, oh, you smell. Do you truly smell? Somebody say, oh, your head is too big. Is your head too? Identify who you are. Don't settle for what people say you are. Because sometimes some people can just describe you because of your situations. People can describe you because of your environment. People can sometimes describe you because of the friends you carry. But you go for who you are. And that's why I began by saying, who are you? And I've helped you to understand the kind of person you should. By now, if you will sit down with this teaching all through this month, by August, you should have seen a clearer picture of yourself. And that will help you to march forward into the things that God has called you into. Somebody shout hallelujah. Move to the next slide very quickly. So we're going to look at the 9 leadership styles. Don't miss out of these 9 things very quickly as I'm calling them right, because I'm moving very fast. These things will describe you. Move to the next slide. When you know your kind of style as a leader, you will operate in your space. Number 1 is transformational leadership. Somebody say transformational leadership. They encourage creativity, innovation, and personal growth among their followers. That is a kind of leader that Nigeria needs. That's a kind of leader that we need in our churches. That's a kind of leader we need in all across the 7 sphere of influence. People who bring transformations. We made these things going off the path. A leader will bring it to the right path. Oh, we see these things wobbling. No. We will straighten it. Oh, we found this thing being crooked. No, we will make it straight. That is a transformational leader. And I want to spend a few minutes on this particular point. That is one of a leadership style you should have as a leader, whether in your business, in your family, whatever space you occupy. Be a transformational leader. Go to the next space. You should be a leader that can create change. Be a leader that solves problems. Don't be the one that is just an asset. All you do is to watch TV. All you do is just carry from there. You are not bringing any meaningful change. No, you are much more than that. Someone say, I'm much more than that. Because when we say someone is a transformational leader, they inspire and motivate their teams to achieve extraordinary results by fostering a sense of purpose and shared vision. That is a transformational leader. And that's the kind of leader we need in Nigeria. So if God is taking you to the politics, this should ring in your mind. You should be able to motivate people to do things. That is why you see today in Western countries, we are seeing inventions, we are seeing creativities, because the environment helps them to evolve. Why are we having more apps being developed in America, in France, in China, in all Congo? Why are we having so? Because their leaders are just transformational in their mind. Go to the next slide. It helps them to move. So the same way in this environment, you should be. Don't just be a leader who is after profit. Look at me. Don't be a leader who is after salary. Think of how to bring transformation into the space you occupy, so that by the time you are leaving, you will be felt forever. Can I hear amen to that? So, for example, ask yourself, if I leave this church now, would they feel my absence? Even if all you have spent is 1 month. If we cannot feel your absence in 1 month you have left, then you are not a transformational leader. We should be able to feel your absence that somebody has been left here. That is transformational leader. And the second type of leadership is transactional leadership. What I call it? And they rely on clear structures, processes, and agreement to drive results. That's another type of leadership we have. This kind of people, they are so particular about structures. They are particular about processes. They are particular about how things goes. And you also have a blend of this. Be a transactional leader, a leader that is goal-oriented. You are not just about, oh, my boss is coming, let's quickly do it. Oh, no. There is already a structure in place. The work resumes at 8 a.m. It's a structure. It means that everyone is meant to be at work at 8 a.m. Not you strolling in at 8:15. Oh, come on. You could have done better. So you should be a leader. Go to the next slide so that I can walk with time. You should be a leader that when things are moving, it's because you are also working. That's the kind of leader you should be. Because everywhere you go to, you will see systems. You will see structures. You will see agreements. Your job is to work with it and deliver results. Are you following what I'm saying this morning? Then it's important you see that this kind of leader, they focus on maintaining order. Because they are just after two things: rewards and punishments. It means that if you come late, they will tell you 2,000 naira is going out of your salary. You don't have to be angry with that kind of person. He's following the structure. And if you have done, maybe you have done a good job in a month, you have brought a lot of sales to the company, you say, oh boss, we need to award this person. Oh, come on, we step up his salary. You should also be that kind of a leader. Have a blend of this lifestyle. Number 3, so that things can work quickly in your life. The third kind of leadership is, can you move with my own slide, is a servant leadership. The servant leadership are people who are just more particular about letting other people do well. What they are concerned about, they want to see other people do well in their own space. So what they do is that they lead others by serving others. They lead others by serving others. They want to see other people do well. And the first thing they do is that they will show you the way to go. So you as a leader that has the blend of this, certain things must just be evident in your life, is that you must create support for your team members. This TV is off, please. Create support for them. So if you are saying them that things will do this way, have you put the enabling environment for them to work? It's on now. Have you created systems for them to work? You said you have apprentices working with you. You just say, oh yeah, go there and work. Do you give them tools to work? Don't just be a kind of leader that makes things difficult for people. Let people look forward to always work with you. Number 4 is the democratic leadership. This kind of leadership or leaders, they encourage participation and collaboration to reach consensus. Democratic leadership. And in our Nigeria, we say we practice democracy. Am I right? It's not democracy, but it's the other way around. What we are practicing in Nigeria is not democracy, it's autocracy. And you as a leader that you are going into your business space, it's important that don't just be the only one that does things. You have people who work with you. In making decisions, let me read a few things to you. Democratic leaders involve team members in decision-making processes. They value their inputs and ideas. So as a leader, don't be an island. You are the one that drives yourself. You are the one that carry your bag. You are the one that everything. No. Get people involved. In economics, they call it division of labor. We can apply that into it. You have 4 people working with you. Divide the job amongst them. Before the job is divided, call them on. How should we get this thing done? What's your own opinion? What's your own opinion? What's your own opinion? What's your own opinion? You found 4 persons has given their own opinions. Now, you now look into it. What if we do it that way? What if we go that route? What if we go that way? You will reach a consensus. You will reach an agreement. It's okay, let's go by that way. It's going to help you to facilitate your results. It means that you are not the only one thinking right now. 4 other persons are thinking the same way you're thinking. So it means that if anything goes wrong in the process, any of them can easily bring solution because they have already gotten to know the kind of things our leader is doing. Are you following me this morning? So in your business, in anything you do, be democratic. Because although this kind of leadership should not be a dominant one, because when it's dominant, people tend to take things for granted. Particularly in this part of our world in Africa, people take things for granted a lot. You give them a little opportunity, they misuse it. But at the same time, still give people room to get involved in your decision making. Number 5, the type of leadership is autocratic leadership. These kind of people, they make decisions independently and expect strict adherence to their directives. These ones, what they say is what you do. Every leader should also have a blend of this style. It should be someone who is firm. You give instruction that should be adherent to. I want you to get this thing done at 9 o'clock, not 9:05. I want you to ensure you buy this thing at this price, not this price. Because sometimes as leader, when you are not firm, go to the next slide, you will not be able to stand well. As a leader, they should know you that you don't change your word. If you have said it, that is what it will be. Are you following me this morning? So sometimes, because if you don't have a blend of being autocratic in your leadership, what is going to happen is that people will tend to see you as a weak leader. They will say, this person, our leader, he has said it, he will not do it. He's just fooling himself. I don't know if you have heard people mention that kind of thing, and some of you have even said that to your boss. He's just playing. Such kind of leader, they have seen them to be weak. And that's why I tell people, if you want to lead anything in life, you need a blend of this style. Be autocratic in your leadership. Have some things that you cannot bend on. This is what I need to be done and should be done. You will see how things will move fast in your life. And when you see this kind of things, you see them is mostly used in politics. Mostly used in politics. And big organizations that controls, go to the next slide, that controls a lot of billions of dollars, where things have to just move. They make use of that style of leadership. Number 6 is charismatic leadership. It's so important. This kind of leader, they possesses exceptional communication skills and use their charm and vision to influence others. Every leader should have this blend. In fact, you should be a charismatic leader. Don't just appear. Don't just talk. Don't just look. Don't just dress. I told us on Wednesday, it was on Sunday or Wednesday. Ask yourself before you leave your house in the morning, will a king dress like this? Will a queen appear like this? Imagine I'm a wife of a wife of a king. Will I appear like this? That's being charismatic. Will I talk like this? Will I be eating corn on the road? Will I buy pure water on the road with nylon and be and someone will just snap your picture and post on Facebook? No, be charismatic. Because you might think the future is 5 years, your own might just be 2 years. You might think your future is 2 years, it might just be 6 months. I didn't know we were going to start a ministry this year, but God has been preparing me more than 5 years. I didn't know it's going to be this year. I didn't know. So I've been building up, working on, because you don't know when it will be. Particularly when God has not given you a date. When He has not even told you that this is when it will be. You can't afford to just appear. You will just disappear. So start preparing yourself. Be exceptional in everything. When you are dressing, dress to your best. You have a presentation, be at your best. I said on Wednesday, it is not a sin to wear a roll-on. You know what it's called, a roll-on? I like you to look up everybody. Look up everybody. It's not a sin to wear a roll-on, am I right? It's not a sin to wear perfume. It's not a sin. Put on something that can boost your confidence. That when you stand before somebody, the person will not be afraid to stand beside you. Because you know, if you lift your hand, only hands, the demons around the area will die. And by the time you now lift the left hand, the war will start. Be so confident that if you lift this hand, somebody want to hide under your armpits. My God. It boosts your confidence. So anything that will make you charismatic, charming, you must build it as a leader. Because it makes you irresistible. It makes you welcoming. It makes you charming. People want to come to that kind of business area. People want to come to that kind of family. Women in particular, keep your home in order. Your husband may have gone out since morning, tired. He's coming from an organized place and he comes and meet you all scattered. You'll be thinking, what's wrong with this woman? Why is she behaving like this? Or he came home and he met your hair scattered. The hair is already in the north, this one is in the south. No. Be organized. That's what I say, be organized. The next slide very quickly, let's move. What number are we now? Number 7. Cross-cultural leadership. They demonstrate cultural intelligence and produce inclusivity. This kind of leader, they don't just wait on one, they cross boundaries. They can move from their own company and go and get idea from there. And that is what I want to tell you this morning as a leader. Don't be an island of anything. Don't just be to yourself that I'm okay. You're an island of everything. The only thing you know are the things you've known for years. You have not been improved on anything. You should be able to diversify. Learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that. I heard many years ago from one of the leaders, a coach. He said, know a little bit of everything. Know what is happening in sports. Know what is happening in social media. Know what is happening in marriage. Know what is happening in heart. Know a bit of everything. Don't be a novice. That's how to be a leader. Because, listen to me, if you are not updated, you'll be what? Outdated. Be cross-cultural in your leadership. Let your business be updated. Let your own life be updated. Pick from there, pick from there, pick from there, and form your own life. It builds you up and make you the best. Ladies that say they want to get married, constantly look to yourself. If I'm a man, can I marry myself? Ladies, look up. Say to yourself, if I'm a man, can I marry myself? If you don't have an answer, you're not ready for marriage. You can marry yourself. You marry and marry again. So this will really boost you. If you are selling something, ask yourself, if I'm a buyer, can I buy from myself? Can I buy this kind of thing for myself? That's how to do it. Move to the next slide. That's how to build your own leadership. So number 8 is authentic leadership. Authentic leaders stay true to their values. And I've told us a couple of weeks ago that you should have values. You should have your own principles. You should have the things that people cannot just do for you. These things is your no. Your values. And I've told you how you can get your values. So values can be faith. You don't give up on things. That's somebody's value. That's the kind of value I have. I don't give up on things. I stay there and I stay through until I break through. Excellence is also value. Love, faith. You can find so many of them, depends on the kind of person you are. But you must be an authentic leader. Someone who is true, not camouflaging. We will see you to be blue today and tomorrow you'll be yellow. You are never true. Sister, why are you like this? Yesterday you were like, why are you like this today? No, be authentic. Someone will say be authentic. Be authentic. There's no point forming anything. Don't form anything. Just be yourself. And you'll begin to enjoy what God wants to enjoy. The last one this morning, you have to be this kind of leader, innovative leader. Be an innovative leader. This kind of leader, they are the one who drives organizational our successes, they bring new ideas, they structure new approaches of doing things. If it's a church, they are the one who can help you drive how the evangelism team will go. If they are in the choir, they can help you structure how things will go. We have this kind of people in every space. You should also be that kind of a leader. Don't be one-way traffic. This is the way we do it, or this is the only way we do it. There should be another way to do it. Particularly when you have people teaching you to do it. Be innovative, be creative. Go to the next slide. Create new ways to do things. Just in our world today, we are reaching a point whereby writing on your book with your pen will no longer be needed. Will begin to fizzle out. Everybody will come to church with an iPad. You time. Are we not getting to that age? You have to start preparing yourself. Be innovative. Because these are things that will keep you ahead of others. If you watch people who are leading their space, these are the things that are evident in their lives. These are simple traits. These are things that they constantly show. And because I will prefer this person. Because you will never see someone who is good and someone who is struggling to be good and say you will stay with someone who is struggling to be good. Won't you go for the someone who is good? Come on. Because the person who is good will help you achieve your result quickly. That someone who is trying to be good. For example, you give somebody a job. He said, I'm a carpenter. And I try you. And you say, I'm a very good carpenter. Who will you give the job to? You give to you won't give someone who is still learning to do carpentry work. He will spoil your job and waste your money. So you be an innovative leader. Someone say, I'm an innovative leader. And the question this morning as we round up is that, what will you create? What will you innovate? In your own church, in your own school, in your own business, in your own family. What new thing will you create? And that's where I will draw the curtain on this one this morning. What will you create? Bow your head this morning and begin to think on this for just about a few seconds.